Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the recent changes with the Ram CEO position and the Jeep CEO position. Now we talked about this in depth on the other day, but there was a lot of questions that were revolving around it. A lot of people were like, why is Tim leaving Ram? He's not leaving. He was given a new title a long time ago, and he kind of held on to the Ram position, the Ram CEO job for a while, until they found somebody. So basically, Tim is the head of the American brand. So he's head of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. He is also head of SRT Performance. It's not just the cars. He's also in charge of Direct Connection and the motorsports programs. And he's also in charge of all the retail and marketing strategy things for North America. So Tim had his hand in a lot of pots. So having Matt Van Dyke come on as the new Ram CEO kind of made sense because Tim had basically completed his list of to-do things for the Ram brand with the launch of the 2027 Ram 1500 TRX SRT. The Rumblebee trucks are coming. Pretty much everything he wanted to accomplish is done. So now he's going to have time to actually do things for all the brands. But with Bob Broderdorf leaving Jeep was a big shocker, and Bob basically left because of medical reasons. Well, on Monday, after the announcement, he actually went on his LinkedIn page and actually explained why he was leaving. So I want to read that to you guys now. So on his LinkedIn page, Bob actually put, "For those who know me, Jeep has never been just a job. It's part of who I am. As a second-generation employee, Chrysler and now Stellantis, it's all I'd ever known. I grew up believing in the power of great products, great teams, and the people who dedicate themselves to building something bigger than themselves. I've been fortunate enough to spend my entire career pursuing that belief, and leading the Jeep brand has truly been the honor of a lifetime. I'm incredibly proud of what our team has accomplished together. We launched 4 all-new products in less than a year, kept Wrangler and Gladiator fresh through our 12 for 12 initiatives, introduced bold award-winning marketing campaigns. I mean, who else was going to take a bet on the Grand Shagoneer commercial? And built a strong foundation for the future. None of that happens without an extraordinary team, and I'm grateful to have been part of it. Recently, my life took an unexpected turn when I was diagnosed with cancer. But with it has come clarity and a reason in priorities, perspective, and humility." He goes, "One perspective has become impossible to ignore. Sometimes the greatest act of leadership is knowing when to put the team's needs ahead of your own. So with a heavy heart, but complete confidence in the brand's future, I have made the decision to step aside and hand the reins over to another leader. This is not how I imagined this chapter ending. It's one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. I'm deeply grateful to Antonio Filosa, who personally chose me to succeed him to lead this iconic brand, and to Tim Kuniskis, whose leadership and friendship made some of the most rewarding moments of my career possible. For now, my focus is simple: continue healing, rebuild my strength, and spend precious time with my family and friends. But all I know is this is not the end of my story. I fully intend to come back stronger, healthier, and ready for whatever challenge comes next. And I'm grateful to Stellantis for preserving my chair while giving me the time I need to get back. Until then, I'll be cheering from the sidelines, watching every launch, celebrating every win, and rooting for the incredible people who make Jeep what it is. To everyone who has supported me, encouraged me, prayed for me, reached out for simply showing me grace, thank you. Your kindness has meant more than you'll ever know. If this experience has taught me anything, it is none of us fight our battles alone. This is the power of community and the cornerstone of Jeep. Until we meet again, Bob." And he posted a picture there. So what's really interesting about all this is, yes, Bob has cancer, and unfortunately he had to step away from his duties at Jeep. I wish Bob the best of luck in a fast recovery. He's been really good to me and the MoparInsiders, team. He's been really good for here of us on the channel, giving me efforts to ask him questions, even though he didn't like some of the questions. Again, he's been really good to me, and I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully he'll return soon, and the best thing is Stellantis basically said that he will return, and when he does return, he will have another position within the company. Now you got to remember, Bob, like he said, is a lifetime Chrysler employee. He actually started down in the business, as business district managers for the dealership connections and stuff like that, and worked his way up to CEO position, kind of like how Tim Kuniskis did. So he knows the company through and through, and there's no doubt in my mind he'll be back, and he will be a great asset to Stellantis. So nobody really got fired from this changeover. Tim Kuniskis gets his position, so he can focus on the head of the American brands. Matt Van Dyke comes in to run the Ram brand. Branden Coté comes in to run the Jeep brand, and Bob Broderdorf hopefully will, go through his cancer treatment, recover, and be back with the company in a better position to actually make more changes. So again, it's not a bad thing, but I think it's important to hear because I didn't want anybody to say like, oh, they got fired and there's all these transitions going on because Antonio Filosa's fired everybody. It's not the case. A lot of the stuff that you guys hear online is just nonsense. So I wanted to show you guys firsthand. So take and, make sure to, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
We'll be adding bigger powertrains, more ICE variants, and bigger, more capability with bigger tires and more fun. That means more domination of any obstacle that stands in the way. After being out at the Rubicon Trail, it's clear just how much people love the roar of the 392. With all that love, how could we 86 the V8? Jeep fans, don't worry. The 6.4 liter Hemi V8 will have it home at Jeep. We will extend the availability of the 392 on Wrangler, and in fact, we will tap the power and performance of the Hemi across Jeep products, as new projects are already underway. And then, we'll go even further by bringing more powertrain options in the future, adding more horsepower to the lineup. Gladiator has seen significant growth year over year, driven by our Rubicon and Mojave trims, bringing more value to our off-road community. So Wrangler and Gladiator fans, and Hemi fans in general, don't worry.